should be us live now. Welcome to another live chat with me, Georgie, from Beards and Board Games. Today, I also have with me Fedor Sosnin. Hey, Fedor.
Nice. I get the whole drum roll. Hey, guys, what's going
on? For you, those of you who don't know Fedor, he has been a games designer on Kickstarter with a previous game called... oh, hold on. There we go. The sound is also working. Live, which is also good. It's always good to check that because I've had bad experiences in the past. So, Fedor has been successful with the Kickstarter previously, Battle of Dirac, and has now got a current, well, not yet, but has another planned Kickstarter on the way. Just before I go any further, I would like to say that this live chat is also sponsored by GamesLore, the UK's largest specialist games retailer, which can be found at gameslore.com.
Check it out.
Definitely. And other than that, Fedor, I think you should take us off with what you did with Battle of Dirac first of all.
Yeah, so Battle of Dirac was my first tabletop project. And because most of you don't know me, I've been working on a game called Dirac, which is a Russian card game for the iPhone and iOS and Mac and the iPad for like 7 years now. It's in the App Store, just under Dirac, the original. And one day we were playing cards, and I'm like, wait a minute. We're all like doing this battle, right? We're all sitting here fighting this battle with these cards. Why not add these abilities? We play a lot of RPG games with the friends, and well, I used to at least play a lot of RPG games like Diablo, Diablo 2, 3, StarCraft, like all that kind of stuff, especially Blizzard, obviously. But
yeah.
So we started working on like skills on pieces of paper. Like I'm like, what if you're playing with a barbarian, a barbarian, a big, powerful warrior. So your skills are, like straightforward and really powerful right away. But a mage can do like tricks and change the cards, and that's how it all started. It's been quite the venture now. So many different cards, so many different versions of the game. And actually, Georgie, you reviewed a really early one.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing that. But yeah, so we put it on Kickstarter a second time because it didn't quite make it the first time, and I kind of reevaluated the game, did way more play tests, fixed the problems that came up as it went, and I ended up making this little game where it's a trick-taking game, but it's kind of a backwards trick-taking game where you're trying to be the first person. Well, not the first, but you're trying to get rid of your cards, and the person that's left with cards in their hand is the loser. So it's kind of a backwards trick-taking game with a bit of take that. And it's a quick little filler that plays in 20, 30 minutes max, and you can get a couple of these games in. And it's been really fun. It's been really fun to watch people play it and play tests and see their reactions.
I mean, honestly, Fedor, this game is... I'm so stoked with it. It still remains in my pocket or bag, and like when I'm on it, I like to call it like one of my official train games.
Nice.
So like if I'm on the train, me and the wife, or like me and the friends, whoever's there, just whip it out and just battle it out. And like I said, early version or not, I still have so much fun with that game. We really do.
Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, playing with the wife is dangerous, man. I can't win. She's so good at these games. I'm not a gamer. Every time we play, she whoops on me.
Yeah, it's the usual term I get as well. Oh, I don't usually play these.
Yeah, boom. Yep. That's kind of been my thing. I've been trying to make games that everyone can play. I end up playing with adults, kids, people I've never played before, people that play heavy Euros. So I try to make it a balance where even if you're a fan of big, long Euro games and whatnot, you can still play this in between and still have fun, and that's kind of my goal. But I don't want to scare kids away from it, or people like if you hang out with people that don't play games and you're having a drink or whatever, and you have your friends over, you don't want to whip out a game and be like, hey, you guys want to play this? And they look at it and they're like, wow, no, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So my goal is to kind of find an in between there, and that's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, as far as Battle of Dirac goes, you've been super successful. How far away are you with delivering the Kickstarter project? Because I'm sure some of your Kickstarter backers might want to watch this and might want to say, how are we?
Yeah, so actually today I'm going to receive I'm gonna go pick up the first copy off the production line, and I'll probably do an unboxing for that. I'm just super excited. I have about 5 hours until I can go get it, and I'm counting down. So yeah, basically after this is opened and I look at it and everything is good to go, we should be done in a few weeks, if not even before then. And at that point, we're going to go into fulfillment. So we are on schedule for the end of November. We might push it back some, just to keep things safe. I don't want to rush this one. I'd rather have you guys have the game and not have it messed up in any way, you know, or have any errors. So I'm really going to focus on making sure it's perfect, especially because it's my first one. So
yeah,
sure, soon, guys, soon.
I'm sure your backers will definitely appreciate the focus on like because like take it from me, I've backed quite a few Kickstarters, and I'm sure you have as well, Feder. Mm-hmm. Incomplete games, they drag. And
yeah, believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. Yeah, so I'm going to really try to focus on that and making sure it's perfect, and that's kind of what I've been really trying to do as much as I can. As people can see by my updates that I've been doing, I'm like shuffling all sorts of things, trying to make sure it's perfect. So,
yeah, and I think we also need to show a lot of appreciation to Feder because he's recently became a daddy as well. So
yes, I have a 2-week-old daughter. 2-week-old daughter, Tessa. She's been keeping me busy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm actually keeping you both super busy. So, you know, I appreciate you coming on to do this. So I don't think I even said it. Thanks so much, Feder, for coming on and doing this.
No problem. No problem.
However, moving on from that, I played something not too long ago, and I'm going to be reviewing it this weekend, Sunday. I've played it quite a few times, and this is your next one, Feder, right?
Yep, Dice Bazaar.
Yeah. Do you want to take us through a little bit about this?
Sure. Dice Bazaar is my second stab at getting a game going. Well, I have a bunch of little ones here and there, but this is kind of like the next one I want to try to pursue. And it's a game that's supposed to be a bit lighter than the fantasy theme in Battle of Dirac. It's supposed to even relate more to everybody, going more in that direction where you can play this with anybody. And it's a 2 to 4 player dice game where everyone goes to the Dice Bazaar and they roll their dice to try to get the best product. And there's a little twist on the game where it's not just, you know, you roll dice, match them, get the card, but you can also trade products to roll to turn one of your dice into any number you'd like in order to get another product. And also, when you buy a product, the merchant, he re-rolls his dice price, which changes the price of the card. So basically what happens is everyone's rolling dice, trying to get these cards. You end up trying to block the opponents and just having loads of fun. And you know, I've been told people have played this with their kids even as young as 4, which is that's my goal. I want people to play this with their wives, their kids, you know, their gamer buddies between big games. So hopefully that's where this one goes.
Yeah, I mean, we've played a few games of it, and it's certainly got that filler appeal. I'm not going to say too much because I'm not going to ruin my review. But yeah, it's definitely that. I would say of that size of game, it fits in that filler. For me personally, it fits in that filler of big games kind of style. And I mean, I don't really know many children of that age to play it with. However, looking at it, I think I believe I said to you as well, Feder, the roll and dice aspect and the match and numbers aspect, and then getting to change them to mess people over is certainly something that in this game you could almost use it as the way to teach them that mechanic as well.
Right.
So they wouldn't need to know it before they went in. This would be the one that you would use to teach them that. And you know, I really kind of enjoy that about it. But I'm saying too much already, so I'm saying no more.
No spoilers, no spoilers. But yeah, my wife is a teacher. She teaches anything from 1st to 4th grade, and so you know, not that she necessarily helped me make this game, but she obviously played a role. And you know, it's nice to be able to have something where, you know, the kids can match the numbers to the price dice, you know, the dots on the dice, The cards all have victory points on them, so you're trying to add the victory points. And so it's like a bit of a mathematics thing, although it's obviously simple for adults, but it could be a great tool for kids as well. Not that it's necessarily focused in that way, but it has that feel to it if you're playing with youngsters, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, have you got a running plan of when it's going to be on Kickstarter? I mean, I guess everything's. I mean, that's probably like an on-the-spot question, right? You're doing Battle Dirac, you've just had a kid.
No, I do have somewhat of a plan. The people that have been following Battle Dirac or follow me on Twitter, they know that Battle Dirac went on Kickstarter and it still had improvements to be had, and that was the biggest problem. That's why I didn't make it, and I know that. I embrace that fully, and that's why the second time around I did it totally different, took my time. So because of learning that and seeing that happen to others, I'm doing this one slightly different. I already have prototypes out, and they're the highest I could have gotten them because I've had so much play testing, way more with other people than Battle Dirac did when I first brought it out. And I wanted to get opinions from everybody. I wanted everyone to experience what it's like and, kind of get my vision across. And I wanted to get a couple of reviewers to tell me what their thoughts on it were before I jump in to a full Kickstarter campaign, just so that I know 100% that it's going to be what I want it to be, just to avoid any kind of problems that I might have run into in the past. And so far, I've had very little, I don't know, everyone so far has really enjoyed it, which is so humbling, and I'm so happy about it. And the reviews have been very positive. And I'm really excited. I think this one, when I bring it out, it's going to go a little bit smoother because I'm just so much more prepared. And I'm driven to make sure that it's perfect.
Yeah, I think with you having the experience as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's been huge. And if anyone out there is trying to make a project and you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter at @FetterSaucenan. I'll be more than willing to help if you guys want to chat. I got all sorts of little insights now that I can tell people.
Yeah, well, that's a really kind gesture of you, Feder. It really is. So, other than that, I think I might want to talk about a couple of games. I mean, maybe you've been struggling to play a few games recently, Feder. Have you gotten any? Do you have a couple of favorite games that you play? You and the wife sit down and play?
Yeah. As far as the new game, well, it's not a new game, but it's a game that I just recently played and I'm really excited about. Is Jaipur.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that is such a great little two-player game. I tend to really like that type of theme. I don't know if you can see my games back there. It's not the biggest collection in the world, but
that's a neat shell as well.
Yeah, a bit of OCD there. Yeah, I mean, I really like Five Tribes. That's a game that's I somewhat recently acquired, and I really enjoy that game. Splendor is my wife's favorite game, so she's always asking me to play that.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that's their favorite. Even actually know that's one of their go-to two-player games as well, which is which I was kind of surprised about. But the more I play it two-player, the more I'm like, I kind of get this.
Yeah, it's definitely a good solid game, and the chips and the cards, they're really nice. So this is another one you can play with pretty much anyone, and they seem to really enjoy it. We just played Pandemic right before we had the baby.
Okay.
So we saved the world. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's obviously a nice game to play. But I have a bunch of favorites. Floating Market is one that we just recently got off Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah,
that's a nice game, and it's different than anything else I've played. There's a bit of luck, but it's just fun to just roll dice. So that's one I wanted to mention. Neuroshima Hex, an older game from Portal Games.
I have still not played this game. I've heard so much about it.
That is a 10 for me. That is one of my favorite games. I've had it forever. I've had it on my phone forever, even. And I have every single expansion to it except for Doomsday, because that was also worth mentioning, I have the older version, not the newer 3.0, I think it's called. I have the 2.5. So I have the older graphics one, and I don't have Doomsday because it was like a promotional thing that came out years ago, and it's so hard to obtain. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that.
Like an eBay search every day, just like Doomsday.
Yeah, yeah. I really want it just to complete my collection. I have a custom insert that I made for it, and that's my all-time favorite game. Even if I don't get it out to the table, I just open it sometimes and just look at it.
Oh man.
Yeah. What about you, man? What have you been playing? What are you enjoying?
Recently I've really been enjoying Seven Wonders Duel, like really, like a lot. I did not expect to enjoy it so much. I thought it was going to be like too fiddly with the little cards, because like when I saw it, the cards are those tiny little. I like to call them the Fantasy Flight cards.
Yeah, yeah, the little guys.
Yeah. And
yeah, Fantasy Flight loves those little cards. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but particularly when you're supposed to have lots of them, if they're like your equipment or anything, just it drives me insane. But I thought, oh, this is going to be too fiddly, and then they give you these Seven Wonders cards that are like that size, and I was like, they're barely used really. They're essentially used the same as the little cards. You look at them for a short period of time just to make sure it's supplying you this resource or that one. But I just thought, why don't you just all make them the same size, like, and just turn them horizontal or flat? But other than that, see, when I start playing it, man, crazy in love with it. The wife loves it. My friends love it. The only thing that lets it down is the 2-player, but it was invented because
because Seven Wonders itself isn't that good 2-player. You have to kind of play a 3-player with a dummy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's actually one of my buddies that works with me at Disruptive, Vadim. That's his favorite. Seven Wonders is his favorite game. He's got all the expansions. Well, he had. It actually got stolen from his car, sadly. In fact, I gave him my copy of Seven Wonders because I was so crushed by that.
You felt so bad by it.
Yeah, but he loves Seven Wonders, and I'm always like, Seven Wonders Duel, man, that came out. Look at the reviews; they're really good. So, I definitely want to check that out. I have not been able to yet.
Dude, if you haven't checked it out, get it checked out. I'm super in love with that game at the moment, and I'm kind of like one of my friends from work was like, "Oh, we should organize a game night." I was like, "Yeah." Are you free, like, just yourself sometime? Like,
yeah, let's do a game night, but then play Seven Wonders Duel on the side.
It's like, that's the problem with the 2 players, though, isn't it? It's like you don't want to bring that to a game night and be. Does anyone else want to go away for a second? Well, like us who love Seven Wonders want to try this.
Yeah. But what's interesting? Since having the baby and being a little bit more busy, I haven't been able to play games with my gaming group and going out and playing with large numbers of people. So 2-player games right now for me are pretty much the only stuff I can play. And sometimes I'll really want to play a game that's not good 2-player, or I don't necessarily want to play a 2-player, and it's like an actual problem. So yeah, that's interesting. So Seven Wonders Duel is definitely something I want to check out.
I think as far as like 2 players go as well, Tides of Time. You hit that one up
yet? That's another one I have not yet checked out, but I see it all over the place. So that's definitely something I need to.
And another Portal games as well for your new Fume Hex Portal game collection.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Portal games. I think they're cool. I like their games.
Yeah, he's doing quite good stuff just now. I think he's got a few releases at Gen Con. I think the releases for Essen were like the European releases of the ones they released in America. So.
Oh, speaking of that, Viceroy. That's another one of my favorites.
Oh, I have not played that.
Yeah, it's almost abstract. You could probably say that. Some people compare it to Splendor.
I saw the artwork kind of looked like Splendor. I was like, it's got that kind of like.
It has gems. And it's definitely a fantasy theme. Although the theme is so thin in that game, I don't think the theme is what makes it. The gameplay of that game is actually really fun. You're kind of building a pyramid of power. So you have to build things on you're kind of recruiting characters. I don't want to say build. You're like recruiting characters that have abilities. Can I even say that? Yeah, let's just go with that. And, you're building them on the bottom in order for you to build higher. And as you build higher, they give everyone you recruit gives you better things and more points. And my favorite part about that game is there's many different combinations. And every time you play, even though the cards are always the same, well, they come out in different orders, but the cards, you know which cards are in the game after a bunch of plays. You kind of you can you can try to experiment with different types, like different ways of winning. Like, oh, do I want to get the most scrolls? Do I want to get the combinations of the gems? Do I want to? It's. I love that. I think I think that's a great game. I haven't played that one.
There's one more reason you will like Seven Wonders Duel.
Oh yeah, it's similar to that.
Yeah, well, there's
like Seven Wonders,
3 different ways to win.
Yeah. That's cool. Another one, Evolution, was another recent one I played. Although I did enjoy that. It is a lot of take that, which you got to be in the mood for that. Kind of like Battle of Dirac has a lot of take that, and some people don't expect it, and and they're like, oh, didn't really like the take that about it. But it's sometimes you're hanging out with your buddies and you just want to beat up on them. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
That's when I would play Battle of Dirac or Evolution, a longer game like that. But that's also a fun one. It has so much to the game, especially with that flight expansion.
Yeah,
it has a lot of meat on it, which is really cool. Different combinations as well.
I'll tell you another game I got actually. I'll have to go and get this for you because the cover is. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think you'll know why I got it when you see the cover.
All right, let's see this. Quick intermission as I drink Pedialyte. Grape.
Okay, excuse the professional hold time there. Right.
I should have sung. The whole time music.
Oh, okay.
I did that wrong. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. We'll let you off this time, but next time, Feder.
I'm prepped for next time.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Can you see that?
Highland Clans?
Yes.
All right, tell me about this.
I have not played this yet. It just arrived a couple of days ago. I don't know. I thought I'm from Scotland. Why? Look at this. Look at this. And then it arrived, and I thought they look happy to be at war with each other.
True, and the one guy doesn't have a wicked beard, so like that doesn't. We need more beards.
Yeah, I mean he's clearly like. I just don't like.
maybe they're just sparring. They're not quite fighting.
No, different kilts on. Looks like Clan Wars to me.
Yeah.
Happy Clan Wars though.
Yeah, so, very happy.
I don't know.
The art is really nice though. Other than that, it looks really good.
Yeah, and then there's the this.
Whoa, that is a really big box.
Yes, it's.
Wow,
it's not as small.
I've never heard of this game. What type of game is it?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I just saw the cover and I was like, it's happening. I really saw it. It's let me read. I have to read the back actually. Scotland, the Highlands, in the realm of the McRobbers. The large clans are struggling to gain prestige and influence. The struggle can get a bit harsh at times because family honor is at stake and no one wants to lose any of that. And that is literally all it says. There is no giveaway. Wow. It looks like it's kind of like a set collecting game to collect little cubes to then spend them. I think some of the cubes are warriors. Some of them are.
Everyone loves cubes.
Yeah, it looks. Let's see it. QB.
Okay, so it looks a bit friendlier than it does on the front, actually. Maybe that's why they made the front happy.
Well, yeah, maybe I don't know, but to be honest, I don't know if you've ever played any of these like random Queens games that they didn't expect to do so well, but they all the boxes are pretty much exactly the same size.
Oh, really?
So when I opened it, I was like, okay, I just dropped all the cards. Never mind. I mean, that just shows you exactly. So we've had fantasy.
You're just doing that thing Tom Vassell does when he drops all the cards before his reviews.
I can't believe he does that every single time. By the way, that's insane.
Yeah.
The cards are these Fantasy Flight card size. Our favorite horrible little one. The section that holds the cards is a normal card size, so that doesn't work.
Interesting.
And the dice bag is poor at best. And 2 of the green cubes, I can't actually find them at the moment. 2 of the green cubes have not even been cut apart.
Oh, lovely.
So the production.
Wow, yeah. So maybe that's why I haven't heard of that game.
The production quality is up there. I'm going to be honest.
Interesting. The size of the box though, just that alone, seeing that, you're like, wow, there is something in here. So maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a game by its box.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I roll. And like I said, excuse me, I'm not disappearing. I'm just picking up the cards. There we go. But The cover, I was just like, it has to happen. And with it being one of those Queen games, kind of like Lucky Loop and some of those other ones that they didn't, some of them they didn't even release in like English. A lot of them are
Oh,
like
okay.
European of some kind or another. Right, okay,
Yeah,
that's
the
what
only
the cards.
the only Queen's games I've seen are the two that have been on Kickstarter.
Mhm.
What was it? Queen's Necklace, I think, was one,
Yeah,
and then there was another one. I think I even backed it. Um, oh, wait, no, not Parfum. That was something else. Unless no, that was something else.
yeah. I
I don't
think
remember off the top of my head, but there have been two that I kind of looked at and followed and um, took a look at. But I never played any Queen's games yet, so I got to step my game up with the Queen's games
I think
games.
they kind of they it's weird they like release games for a certain period of time and then other people seem to get hold of them or they get
Oh,
hold of
okay,
ones that other people have had because I know they've done but right now I know there is some like bad blood about Queen games.
really?
Yeah, really. So I'm not really
Board game
sure.
drama?
Pretty hectic board game drama. Actually, I will update you after the live chat on that, but it doesn't sound too great. In fact,
Wow,
I think we'll
interesting.
give it 5 more minutes or something, and then we'll maybe have to get going further
Sure.
because I know you've got to get going for one.
I do. One other game I wanted to talk to you about that I recently played, Above and Beyond.
This is the
Now,
blue cover with the
the blue
birds.
cover, beautiful painting. Like the cover kind of has. I don't have it with me. It's my buddy's game. Has it at the office, but the cover kind of has like a field with a little hut on it with a character standing there, and underneath you see like caves with little monsters in it. It says Above and
Okay.
Beyond. Know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. I know which one. I
Man,
think I
that
saw like Rado do a Rado's run through. I think.
yeah,
Uh,
Rado did a run through on that. That game is like it's like playing artwork. It is, the designer is so talented. It's absolutely stunning to play. The stories that you play because you read through like a storybook when you encounter certain things in the caves. They're so good. I will play that game endlessly, anytime. If
yeah,
you
I mean,
haven't checked out Above and Beyond, people, and you, Georgie, check
I
it out. It's so good.
I have not checked it out yet. I really want to though. It's
I'm a
definitely one
huge
on my
fan of
list as
that.
well.
But it's as a game designer, it was like inspiring. That's the review I can give that game.
That's a pretty high level thing to say
Yeah.
from another game designer as well.
Yep.
So
I really enjoyed it. It was just literally to me it feels like laying it out, playing it as you go, reading the stories. It's literally like a vision. It's like artwork.
yeah,
It's something I'm definitely going to strive to do for my games, just to have that level of like beauty.
yeah, because like a lot of the art can draw you in, and then the gameplay comes afterwards
Yeah.
sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
um, but
Yeah,
the
because I'm a graphic designer, user experience designer for work, so I definitely do the art for everything, and just seeing that's what draws me in a lot of times into
yeah,
games. Um, and that game, man, check it out.
I think the only other thing the only other game I really like to mention I've been playing quite a lot would be the Grizzled.
Yeah, that's something I want. It's like on top of my list right now. I love the size of the box. You know, when I first saw photos of it, I thought the box was a full size box,
Oh
and
yeah, because
then
it's got cool mini or not written on the bottom of it. You thought this is going to be
yeah,
massive. Like,
and yeah, and then I saw your review, and it's like beep, and I'm like, whoa! It got me even more excited because I know I can put it on my lower shelf over there. It doesn't take up too much space, and I can
yeah,
take it with me everywhere in my bag. That's a game I really want to play, and my gaming group doesn't really like co-ops, but I have a feeling this one's so different because of the theme and just the way you play it. Everything's kind of negative, you know.
yeah.
I definitely want to check that out.
There is one good card in that game.
Yeah, which one?
It's called Merry Christmas, and it basically means that you're still at war, but it's Christmas time, and you can get rid of one Hard Knocks card of
Nice.
anyone.
I didn't know that existed in it. That's nice.
One card. That's
That's
it.
all. That's all you need for that game. From all the videos I watched and reviews I watched on it, it seems like it's perfect in terms of what they were trying to go for with that game
Yeah,
and the
and
art. The art
there's
is,
obviously like the really sad tale of what happened to the artist as well.
yeah, yeah. I did hear about that. That is very sad.
So it's quite like not too close from home for me, really. The old France, I guess, like compared to where you guys are. So yeah, it's I don't know, things like that kind of make me a bit sad.
Yeah.
However, I've been playing that game a lot, and as far like here's a tale. I played it with a war gamer who was like, "Oh my god, a world war game with where no one's supposed to get killed. Everyone's like, we're not fighting each other. Like, what's going on?" And we played it, and he was like, "How much was that game?"
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
So it was super awesome. But other than that, Fedor, I just want to thank you for coming on again.
No problem. Thanks for
Do you
having
want to
me.
just tell us one more time what your game is going to be called on Kickstarter?
So we're gonna have Dice Bazaar. That's gonna go on Kickstarter soon. I'm probably in a few months. I want to make sure things are perfect and flawless. And watch for Georgie's review of Dice Bazaar.
Coming this
It's
weekend.
gonna be good. No spoilers, though. No spoilers.
Yeah, well, thanks again, Fedor, for coming on. Really appreciated it. Other than that, guys, you can follow me at Beers and Boards. You can subscribe on my YouTube channel as always. And I would just like again to say that the episode was sponsored by GamesLore, the UK's largest specialist gaming retailer, which can be found at gameslore.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.